Good morning, everyone. So, we today bring here another episode of our podcast session brought to you by Brain Aura. So, before we begin, I would like to give a brief introduction about Brain Aura. We are a small team of experts from various academic and industrial backgrounds. Our services are cohesively designed for young PhD grads, academicians, researchers, and entrepreneurs. We provide services ranging from thesis writing support, research support, data analysis, skill development, and much more. To know more about us, do visit our website, www.brainaura.com. So once earlier, we had a session on Mendeley for reference formatting. And there has been a lot of students that have been asking about the benefits and the pros and cons about using Endnote, because we found out there are a lot of people who are actually using Endnote a lot. And to answer all your questions today, we have a speaker here who will be talking about Endnote. So I would like to give a brief introduction about her. So she is Namrata Kumari. She's a science communicator with 7 high impact publications, which have 160 plus citations. She also has worked as a researcher in interdisciplinary areas of biotechnology for more than 6 years. She also has mentored more than 100 students with both bachelor's and master's degree. Currently, she is associated with writing and editing based work. She is working with Brain Aura, Pre-Scooter, and ScienceServe now. Before that, she was a PhD research scholar and teaching assistant at National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. She has also worked in Central for Cellular and Molecular Biology, Hyderabad, a CSIR lab. She has served as a director of grant management in Child Proof Advice, a non-profitable organization based in North Carolina. She is also associated as an editorial board member and reviewer of few publication houses. So hi, Namrata. Welcome to our session today.
Yeah, hi, Shi. Hi.
So I hope
thank you for the thank you for the introduction.
Thank you. And I hope you're all well prepared for our list of questions that we're going to ask you today.
Yeah, let's go on.
Awesome. So as you're aware, we have our students who always share a list of questions with us, or we have the common questions coming back to us regarding various topics. So this time we thought we will answer all the questions regarding EndNote and reference formatting. So I would like to begin today's session with asking you what exactly is reference formatting and how important it is.
I would just say that, reference formatting is basic guidelines for citing sources, such as academic journals, book chapters, videos, press release, website, article, news, blog, and more. It's important to cite anything you borrow. And it is important because first, it is important to give credit to the idea which is developed by other author. And second, to answer the most relevant question of research. That is why this current research is needed. It means to provide original source of information used during literature survey, or to find the gap of a study, or to develop present work using previous discoveries.
Awesome. So what are the challenges then you see in reference formatting?
To answer this question, I would like to describe here very briefly about commonly used reference formatting styles to further link it with our conversation. And they are APA, American Psychological Association, MLA, Modern Language Association, and Chicago Manual of Style. They all are different in terms of style, format, and uses according to profession and discipline. In terms of style, the changes can be observed in author's name or article title or information of publication. The changes can be seen, in the surname or in the first name. It could be abbreviated, or sometimes surnames comes first, or sometimes first name comes first. And in terms of article title, few of the styles prefer to keep the article title under quotation mark. And there could be plenty of changes in terms of information of publication, which include volume, page number, year of publication, etc. And in fact, in MLA and Chicago manual, there are list of words which are never used in capitalized format except when it appears as first word of title. And this formatting style varies while citing different documents, such as it could change in journal publication versus book or any other sources. Secondly, in terms of discipline, it was actually developed by different profession and discipline publication, which was best suited for their publication. For instance, a reference style may varies while writing for life science versus humanities research or documents. It also varies greatly according to submission offices. For example, the similar content changes if the submission is required for any governmental organization with respect to any publication houses. So the point here is to understand the referencing style and adapting it. It is really a highly tedious and time-taking process.
Okay, that's interesting.
And the second one is here I would like to express or discuss my point of view and experience. It's like referencing starts with literature survey only at the starting period before performing experiment. The manuscript which we see finally is the end product of research result. But research comprises in different steps, including literature survey, that is, identify the need of research, study design with help of previous work, and then experiment, and finally publishing the obtained data. So my point here is to remain organized during entire step, which is really useful, because sometimes researchers could go through 50 to 100 papers to develop experimental protocols, to gather knowledge, or to compare results. And it is not necessary to go through entire book or manuscript, but certainly the manuscript read at first stage may not be used for final publication, or may not be used for a reference. Even, I know to some research fellows who just have saved the PDF in different organized folders and never get chance to go through it again. So some used to, save the links in Excel sheets or other files. So it is better to save those documents throughout, or that can be easily done by using reference management software such as Endnote. So my point here is how to stay organized while saving your time, effort, and most importantly, you can access it from anywhere, either in lab or from your house during travel or in conference. And few more points are here, like sometimes during writing we miss to add a reference in document, and it needs to be added in between. And in that condition, manual formatting is a very tedious task, especially for larger documents such as thesis. And I can say that it happens most of the time. So it's better to use the software. And my next point is that different journals are having different requirements, or even different documents are having different requirements. For instance, if you developed any manuscript for a different journal and you have to by any means you have to resubmit it to some other journal, then again the formatting will change. If you have to submit that manuscript or that document into as a thesis, then again the formatting will change. So here doing the formatting again and again, it's a really tedious task, and it will entirely take your time. So so in that case also, the reference formatting through software is very helpful. And lastly, I'd say that different styles of formatting, which I just discussed earlier, like APA, MLA, they are still changing and improving. So gathering all information before content development is again a big task. For example, in 2020, APA released 7th edition of formatting. And in 2016, MLA released 8th edition of their handbook. And in 2017, the 17th edition of Chicago Manual Style was released. However, apart from citation instructions, they also provide a lot of information regarding appropriate documentation. But still, in short, I would just say better to use software and latest version if possible.
Okay, that's a fair point. I also agree with you regarding the aspect of organized structure, because I think when we are presenting the research, it's quite helpful to have a clear direction, because if somebody is organized, it clearly gives them a an idea like where they're heading to, and they won't miss out an important point in their research aspect. So yeah, I absolutely agree with your points. So another which common term that generally comes up is citation. So there has been a lot of confusion around it sometimes. So do you think like is reference formatting is as same as a citation?
No, they are different. They are
Okay.
actually different. Uh,
And what will be the
briefly,
difference?
briefly, I would say that, citation is abbreviation of a reference list. And it can be mentioned in a main paper of your text, whereas a reference list is provided at the end of document. And secondly, in citation, only author and publication years are mentioned, or sometimes even just number is mentioned, and it could be referred to the full text wherever that number is there in the reference list. So full reference would be enough from which the details are derived. And third, I would say that with the help of citation, your information to your reader that which idea is belongs to some other researcher, or this is not your original idea, that can be differentiated, whereas reference is complete information of that source. And finally, I would say that citation could only provide name of first author and year of publication. In terms of information, it is very less. But in terms of reference, it provides more information than citation. Reference provides all details of the source, such as author's name, title of the book, or year of publication, page number, volume number, and more.
Okay, awesome. So, like as we have discussed about manual formatting and using a software, and we also found out like there's a very good number of students who prefer manual formatting over using a software. So, we would like to delve into this topic and understand what exactly is manual formatting, and since why it's better to use a software when it is compared to the doing the manual formatting.
Mhm. I'd say first that reference formatting manually without using software is manual formatting. And as per my understanding, it can be convenient for small documents, and also for those person who are, not into publishing frequently, and they used to develop that type of document which do not need much referencing or something like that. And for example, in article writing, or in the small article writing, some instance of 1,000 words or having reference less than 20, that can be formatted manually. And sometimes citation requirements need to be hyperlinked. So generating reference list is not mandatory.
Yeah.
But indeed, it's time-taking process, and also high error risk is always there.
Yeah. Okay. So earlier you mentioned about Endnote. So we would like to know a bit more about Endnote. Like, what do you think? What are the benefits that a student can have if they are using Endnote as compared to other softwares?
Briefly, I would say that it helps in staying organized.
Okay.
It saves time. It could be accessible from everywhere.
Yeah.
And generate referencing in any required format.
Yeah.
And it make collaboration work easy.
Okay.
And I have few specific points which I'd like to discuss.
Sure.
Regarding Endnote. The first one is it has more than 6,000 reference styles available.
Wow.
So any documents or any style you can think of, it is available with Endnote. And secondly, you can collaborate or share work with 14 different colleagues at a time around the world. And during collaboration work, reference can be automatically synced to your account via shared group.
Yeah.
So it's true, it is a very, very helpful while collaboration work. Nowadays in research, sometimes there are various collaboration works are going on, which could be the partners or the participants are from different countries. So in that instant, it is very, very helpful. And thirdly, it can add citation to PowerPoint slides too.
Okay.
And it's really awesome while creating slide decks. While during presentation, you don't have to take the pain that you have to prepare the slide to, and the citations also should be correct. If you are in a place, if your all citations, or if you have already kept your files in Endnote, uh, it will automatically go add or go in your PowerPoint slide. And this feature is not available in many other reference managing softwares. And fourth one is you can stay organized by creating different files, as same as working in your personal PC by creating different folders. And this is also another feature which I really, really like, to just stay organized. As earlier I mentioned that my personal experience is, I know the people who used to create a different folders and files of PDF and never go through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fifth point is you can even search paper through this referencing software. So you don't have to, actually go through other Google software or something. Like you can do whatever you can do with other softwares, like you have to see your PC for some files. So you don't have to do that. You can do that in Endnote. Then you can access those files from anywhere. And it's like my last point would be, you can format all those saved PDF, uh, anything, any formatting, like highlight it or use a sticky note or comment or tag. These all are is useful while team sharing.
Yeah.
So briefly, I'd say that it's high quality software. And so it is worth purchase, especially for professionals. I mean, PhD students, or at least use it through institute license if it is available.
Okay, awesome. So it does offer like really good advantages and quite informative. But I would also like to know if there are any challenges that you have come across in EndNote. Like if you feel if this could have been there in EndNote, probably that would have enhanced the work.
Uh, yeah, of course. But before going through that point, I would say that uh, I have listed some of the cons about it, but I would also like to disclose that I have collected these points from internet sources, and very few are my personal experience.
Sure.
So my first point is someone just highlighted that just someone to whom I know, he actually just mentioned that some technical issues have been reported after upgradation of database.
Okay.
So that is one again challenge. And second one is based on my personal experience. It is like I face the issue that it corrupts the library after MS Office Word reinstallation.
Okay.
And but I think I read it somewhere that this issue has been addressed in the latest version of Endnote. And third one is it is expensive.
Yeah,
uh,
it
it
is.
is expensive, but it is like it is having 30 days of free trial, and for a student license it can be purchased at $115.95,
Okay.
and full license version is available at $249.95, whereas monthly is free uh, with some limitations.
Yeah.
And but sometimes academic institution or organization, they purchase the licensed version, so
Yeah.
it's worth using
Absolutely.
because it is having a lot of features.
Yeah.
And few other points are like it is not compatible with Linux operating system.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know like what's going on in the latest version,
Okay.
but prior it was not supporting that operating system. And my next point is it is not compatible with very old research resources, example of some research paper. And this is also one of my personal experience, but this can be overcome by editing
Yeah.
editing the metadata uh, manually,
Yeah.
but you have to check it. And my next point is sometimes the plugin options through Google Chrome, that option is actually absent uh, in the uh, EndNote, while it is available with Mendeley and Zetero. And but with EndNote, it is having one similar feature called connection file instead of web importer. But the drawback is um, it can only connect with one specific library or website at a time, but it it cannot let you across entire web search. And my next point is it is not latex compatible. People from computers and science background especially, they write their papers through latex. And however it is not compatible with latex, so citation through bibtex format, it is the supporting approach, but it's not direct approach. It is lengthy.
Okay.
But yeah, that is one of the major disadvantage of EndNote. But I can just say that this disadvantage is with most of the referencing tools. And lastly, I would say that, it do not support to Google Doc, which
Okay.
is widely used during collaborative work now.
Yeah.
However, another software, Zitro, it used to support the Google Doc.
Okay.
So this is the major disadvantage or cons of using EndNote.
Okay. So, I mean, anything else that you can add, if how it is different from other softwares, like in the positive aspect, like we already have discussed, but if any major difference that you have come across?
Mhm. Uh, I would say that let's talk about few popular reference management softwares other than EndNote first, so that we can compare it after that. So some of the management softwares are, first one is Cite This For Me. This is actually website. It is free available, but you have to transfer the entire list of reference manually. It will create the reference list, and again you have to transfer that in your document. And the second one is Mendeley, third one is Jitro. We will be discussing these in our conversation. And fourth one is RefWorks. It is not free, but it supports 100 plus citation styles, and it can store references online, which means that it could be accessible from every computer with an internet connection. And many institutions are now purchasing the licensed version of this RefWork software currently. And fifth one in my list is Papers. It is comparatively less expensive, but it is designed only for Mac. And next one is Paperpile. It was made for Google Drive and Google Docs. And if you are collaborating via all these platforms, then I would highly recommend to check this one out. And seventh one is JebRef. It is another open access reference management manager, and its native file format is BibTeX, which means it actually support to Latex version. And there are actually a long list of softwares,
Yeah.
but these are popular reference management softwares, and some more are easybib.com, refme, Cywhale, red cubes, etc. So I would like to discuss few of the technical differences among EndNote, Mendeley, and Zitro, which I personally like. And the
Okay.
first one is price.
Yeah.
Yeah, it matters a lot, I know. For EndNote, actually, it cost $249.95. I'm repeating it again. And for a student version, it is $115.95. But here it is only for a one-time purchase and with unlimited free storage. And in case of Mendeley or Jitro, I'd say that they are following subscription-based models. In Mendeley, the free storage is up to 2 GB, and it is available freely. And after that, it is taking $55 per year for 5 GB or less than that space. Uh, and again, they are charging $110 per year for uh, storage of 10 GB or less. And the unlimited plan of storage for Mendeley is $165 per year. And while you compare it with Jetro, I'll say that free storage is available up to 300 MB only.
Okay.
But you have to pay $20 per year for a storage of 2 GB. And again, for storage of 6 GB, you have to pay $60 per year, while the unlimited plan is for $120 per GB. $120, yeah, per year. This is for unlimited plan. So, if you compare in this manner, I would say that Endnote is not that much costly, but you have to think that what is your requirement.
Yeah.
And again, I'd say that and these all are having 6,000 plus citation styles, and you can always customize or create your own style if you want to. And these features are available with all these.
Okay.
And my second point is, operating system support. And this is important because it helps you keep working anytime, anywhere, and you can save it for later use, even during vacation or while waiting in line or just chilling in your couch. So here, Endnote is like it supports Windows, Mac OS, iOS, and probably Linux in latest version. And while you compare it with Jetro, it supports Windows, Mac OS, and iOS. That means Endnote and Jetro, they both support uh, the same type of operating system, except Linux, which is it is supported in the latest version. But Mendeley supports Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Linux, and Android. However, Mendeley now discontinued the mobile app for both Android and iOS from March 2021. Otherwise, it was, I'd say for this feature, it was, favorite for most of the researchers, because you can operate it through your mobile anywhere. But this feature was not available with Endnote.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
And yeah, and in terms of organization style, I would just say that Endnote has internal customization organization facility, and it is especially useful while writing review or larger document, which is absent in most of the managers, including Mendeley and Zitro.
Okay. That sounds good. So we have discussed various points regarding reference formatting and EndNote. And this has been a great adventure conversational journey for both of us. So, and I really enjoyed listening to you. So, so in the last question, I would like to ask, so from your experience, knowledge, and you have also mentored students from all your entire experience, we would like to know what is the parting advice you would like to give the audience in reference formatting or using the software, how to make their research better.
Of course. First of all, I just want to thank to you and to everyone for listening me up to this far. And yeah, I have few suggestions in my mind, and let me go through it point by point.
Sure.
First, I would say that invest the time in selecting a reference formatting tool rather than manual formatting. It will be really useful in the future. And second one is to choose the citation style as per your area of study or profession.
Yeah.
And third one is to identify the reference style first before formatting the document. It will also save the time. And yeah, try free versions before purchasing the license, because it's expensive.
Very important.
Very, very important. And yeah, you can ask with your university professor if there is any free license available with your institute, and you can use it. because it will again save your time. You will learn the technical skills, and you can invest your this precious time somewhere else. And lastly, I just say that always check the metadata, especially when the data is picked from PDF. Sometimes if paper is too old, it does not pick the data correctly. So you have to do the formatting manually. But again, it is less tedious than like formatting entire document manually.
Okay, that's a pretty good advice. I mean, the series of advice. And once again, I'm absolutely thankful to all our audiences and listeners, and especially to you, Namrata. Thank you so much for coming here today and sharing in-depth knowledge of yours and various insights. And I'm sure this will definitely help a lot of students in this. So, guys, thank you once again to listening to our session. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also switch on the notification bell because we frequently keep on posting amazing podcasts regarding your questions. So do subscribe to our channel. And thank you, Namrata, for joining us today.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone.
Yeah, thank you.